I want to talk about something that I think is really important for the wider Bitcoin industry as we grow up, which is how do we become Bitcoin native businesses? Because the Bitcoin mining industry is growing, but what does it mean? First, some quick context. We started Paystand. Paystand is the largest business payment network built on Bitcoin in the world. And one of the things I wanted to just give you some context over is after 15 years in the space, what are we seeing right now when there's margin compression, disputes on certain Bitcoin proposals? What's going on? Well, in the wider scheme of things, the network is growing at 1,000x the size. In the wider scheme of things, today we operate over 1 million businesses are operating on our platform alone, 20 billion in payment volume and over 2% of the US GDP. And why is that important? Because we're becoming systemically critical to the global infrastructure. Bitcoin is not going away. Bitcoin is only growing. And so my core question for you is, if you run a mining company, if you're in this industry at all, what does it mean to operate your business on a Bitcoin standard? So one of the things we do at our own organization is we run a Bitcoin native standard. And what does that mean? It means for us all to build on the Bitcoin network and grow the network together, we want to be participating on the network. So we pay our payroll and our staff on Bitcoin through a product called Bitwage. I receive my salary directly through Bitcoin. We operate corporate cards, so when I'm paying my bills because I have to go and do travel and expense and fly to Miami, we do that on a Bitcoin card that can earn Bitcoin rewards for your company. When we're sending money cross-border and we want to do it cheaper to be able to pay data centers and electricity bills, we want to do that on the Bitcoin network. And we want to be able to do that in an account that can operate with miners and others in this industry and it not be deregulated or depositioned from the bank. Because what we've learned is many people in this industry built great companies, but they actually don't have access to financial services that we consider top-tier financial services. It's oftentimes hard for mining companies that are doing hundreds of millions of revenue all the way down to tens of millions or millions of revenue. They don't have access to bank accounts oftentimes, or payment rails, or card services, or wire services, or payroll services. It's incredibly difficult to run your back office in a digitally enabled, digital money world with digital labor, and yet you guys are struggling with actually access to services. And so what we found is we run our company entirely on those services, and it helps supercharge our business. So we think, yes, earn Bitcoin through mining, build on Bitcoin, and use Bitcoin. We think that's really important for a business. So those are some of the things we do, but I also wanted to talk about this other thing, which is I think the single biggest concern I have about the Bitcoin industry right now as it's growing is if you're not paying attention, stablecoins are actually outclipsing the growth of Bitcoin right now. Stablecoins are the fastest growing thing in financial services today. They're growing faster and are larger than Visa and MasterCard combined, and yet 99% of the volume is not sitting on Bitcoin. That's really concerning to me because if you're earning Bitcoin mining rewards and then you're paying your bills in a stablecoin that's not sitting on Bitcoin, you're actually helping a different network. And that's problematic. And so one of the things we announced about a month ago with the largest layer 2s on Bitcoin, from everyone from Blockstream to Lightning to Rootstock, is an ability to be able to run and do your payments in a stablecoin that's built natively on Bitcoin, on the layer 2s on Bitcoin. So you can earn in Bitcoin and then pay globally in a Bitcoin native stablecoin when you need to actually move back to fiat. You want to be able to do those one-to-one so you can operate in a digital standard living on Bitcoin. And lastly, I'll end with this because I think it's important for all of us. So today, my day job is running a financial operating system for companies all over the world. The largest companies use us. Millions of businesses around the planet, including miners, use us. But we also think it's important to help ultimately decentralize the network. So one of the things we do is we drive about top 20 hash rate in the world, really just to make sure that we're helping decentralize the network. So we're big partners for many of you in this room. And then we also think it's really important if you're building on Bitcoin, you should give back to Bitcoin. And so we give 10% of our profits back to financial inclusion and driving the circular economy with something called paystand.org, because we think it's important that you should earn on Bitcoin, store in Bitcoin, build on Bitcoin, pay in Bitcoin, and give on Bitcoin. So that's our belief at Paystand. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.